Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. So earlier this week, I was on the show talking about the American Academy of Pediatrics updating their infant sleep guidelines and recommending newborns sleep in their parents' rooms until 6 months of age or even up to a year. This could have a dramatic effect on the parents and their sleep and might not be for everybody. So to dissect this issue, we've asked infant sleep coach Carrie Bruno to explain what could happen if you're actually following these guidelines. Good morning, Carrie. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Parents all over the place are buzzing about these new recommendations.
Absolutely.
What can you tell us about them?
Well, the American Association of Pediatrics is recommending now that babies stay in the room with their parents for a year. Canadian guidelines right now are 6 months, so it's hard to know if we'll follow suit, but probably.
We usually do, don't we? Yeah. So 6 months even, and of course, as you said, the Americans are saying up to a year. That is a long time for a baby to be in the room with mom and dad. Why the change?
I think they're saying that it can possibly decrease the risk of SIDS with, of course, baby on the back to sleep, firm mattress, no bumper pads, all of that combined.
Right. So it's all about preventing SIDS, and of course, we all want to prevent SIDS.
Absolutely.
This is something we want to do, but what if these guidelines just aren't working for your family?
Right.
I mean, I know as a mom, I found it very difficult to sleep with my baby in the room. I did so for a good chunk of time. I think it was a couple of months with my daughter, not so with my son, but it was just so hard to sleep because you're just automatically tuned into what your baby's doing.
Right, and it's those moms that I'm concerned about because the reality is not every mom is able to sleep with her baby beside her. Right. And I'm concerned about the long-term effects of exhaustion for these moms who feel pressured to, follow these recommendations, right? In a couple of ways. I think that exhaustion will impact, their relationship with their baby even, the relationship with their partner, with other children. I think that it could worsen postpartum depression. And I think that there might actually be a safety component, if you think risk versus benefit in terms of long-term exhaustion, how safe are you to drive in a car with your baby? All of those things I think you have to kind of put into play.
Right. And as a first-time mom, I remember wanting to follow all the rules.
Absolutely.
But then, of course, learning a couple of months in, you still have to trust your own instincts.
You do.
And you have to trust what works for you and your family.
That's right. And every mom has a different parenting style, and every baby is unique, right? And after the 6-month mark, babies become much more aware of their surroundings, and they're going to start waking in between sleep cycles just because they know their mom is right beside them when they're probably more capable of sleeping longer stretches. So this means a lot more wake-ups for mom just because they're so close in proximity.
Sure, you hear everything.
Absolutely.
Every little snort and snuffle, and you're going to hear it, and then you're awake.
Exactly. So I think, every mom has to find what works for her, because I'm concerned also about the guilt factor for these moms that they say, I just can't sleep with my babe beside me, but then you carry that guilt with you on your shoulders. And as moms, I feel like we already have so much pressure put on us by, society to do everything perfect. So this is just kind of one more thing that they need to follow.
And to put it into context, correct me if I'm wrong, but SIDS isn't that common. Is it not only 1 in 100, or?
Well, it is quite, I don't know the exact statistic, but it is rare. And I do believe that it's important to take the necessary steps to prevent it.
Of course.
Back to sleep, non-smokers, firm mattress, all of those things.
Those safe sleep environment
protocols. But it's like, how far are we going to take it in terms of when is exhaustion going to become a bigger risk?
Right. So what's your #1 advice then for moms?
Follow your gut, right? Know your breaking point. Take a look at the big picture. Is this setup starting to impact your family's life, your quality of life, right? And then if it is, reach out for some help and make the change. And be okay with it.
Give yourself a break. It's okay to do what you need to do for your family.
Exactly. Everybody's unique.
Everybody is. Carrie, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I hope this helps all the moms that are watching out there. Absolutely. Carrie, thank you so much. What do you think, Andy? You've got a baby on the way.